On August 2nd to the 8th of this year, the capital city of Buryatia hosted a charitable event named Operation Smile. It is traditionally held in the Republic Clinical Hospital named after Simashko. The international charitable organization Operation Smile has been functioning for over 30 years, helping and changing the lives of children, youth with cleft lips, palates, and other facial deformities. Operation Smile provides free medical services of only the highest quality.
В России операция существует уже 20 лет.
Operation Smile has been in Russia for 20 years. For the last 10 years, we have been an independent Russian public charitable organization that provides free help to children with cleft lip or palate. Most importantly, providing high-level quality, and it's absolutely free for children.
For the last 20 years, Operation Smile has changed the lives of over 3,000 children and teens in Russia, helping them overcome their low self-image and live normal, happy lives. Every year, hundreds of parents look forward to when Operation Smile comes to their city.
It would have been a nightmare if Operation Smile was not able to come into our cities. We look forward to their arrival and the services that they provide. We know that they are the only ones that we can truly rely on.
Every Operation Smile team is comprised of highly qualified individuals, including surgeons, anesthesiologists, nurses, child care specialists, psychologists, and medical informatics. This time in Ulan-Ude, they hosted doctors from different cities of Russia, including a plastic surgeon from Panama.
15 лет назад в моем городе появилась
15 years ago, Operation Smile came to my city. At that time, I was a student and a little naive. But what I saw impressed and inspired me so much that I dedicated my life to become a maxillofacial surgeon. And now I can help children myself. That is why I am here.
Understanding and caring volunteers provide great help to Operation Smile. It would be impossible without them. Usually, the hosting city supplies the majority of volunteers for the missions, but often many come from other parts of Russia to help as well. Recently, in Ulan-Ude, as well in other cities in Russia, things could not have gone any better. All parents were informed beforehand about where and when this event took place.
Знаете, моя история такая, что я сначала узнала о операции «Улыбка» проекте.
My story goes like this. I first heard about Operation Smile by accident. I saw a TV report about them, and I learned that they came to Ulan-Ude and operate on children with those problems. Ironically, 2 years later, I was told I was expecting a child with this pathology. Doctor recommended the termination of this pregnancy, but I refused, and later gave birth to this pretty girl.
The mission starts off with a very busy screening day. All doctors and healthcare providers man each station and carefully evaluate every patient. The doctors then comprise a list of which patients will be receiving surgery during that week. Expecting mothers carrying unborn cleft babies are also educated as well.
На тот момент, конечно, был шок легкий.
First, we were shocked, of course. But then I remembered that there was an organization called Operation Smile that was willing to help us. So I stayed calm for the remaining month of the pregnancy until delivery. I advise all mothers in this similar situation to be confident, but not to be scared, because here you can get help, no one will be refused, and everything is done at the highest level.
While the specialists are examining the patients, volunteers entertain children by showing them around the hospital, playing games with them, and help facilitate with the screening process. After the screening day, the doctors comprise a list of which patients will receive surgery over the next 5 days. Unfortunately, not every child will receive surgery at this time. Some require additional testing and consultations. The medical director and medical informatics team then make a surgery schedule for all the upcoming patients. Their goal is to use this precious time that they have to make every smile the best they can.
This trip marks the 9th time we have came to Ulan-Ude to perform surgeries. Our first trip was back in 2007, and since then over 700 children have received operations. On this trip we helped change the lives of 50 patients.
Surgeries start on Monday and go until Friday. Only highly trained, credentialed medical and dental specialists are able to take part. Internationally certified medical equipment and monitors are utilized. Medical supplies meet or exceed all Russian and international standards.
Построено все очень на высоком
Everything
уровне.
was organized at the highest level. The staff was so friendly. The psychologist was excellent. She entertained so much that we didn't even think of some of the complications that could happen.
The day of the surgery goes something like this. The pediatricians, who will take care of the child postoperatively, do a quick medical evaluation to ensure the child is ready for their upcoming surgery. Once cleared for surgery, the nurses introduce themselves, and then the child is brought to meet with the child life specialist. Here, they use special techniques to prepare the child for what is to happen next and educate the parents as well. They can help alleviate the parents' concerns, as this can be a very stressful time for them.
Конечно, страх немножко был, неуверенность.
Sure, there was some fear. I wasn't sure of how everything was going to be. But when I saw my daughter for the first time after the operation, the result exceeded my expectation. I hadn't expected to see such a difference. That is why this year we came and we knew that everything was going to be wonderful.
After spending time with the child life specialist, the caring anesthesiologist then introduce themselves and transport the child to the operating room. There, they will oversee that this child is safe while the surgery is being performed.
For me, as an anesthesiologist, the child's safety is most important goal in providing an environment for the surgeon to perform his work.
Once the child is asleep, the gifted and talented surgeons work their magic, transforming the lives of these precious patients. The team cohesion is incredible, strangers meeting for the first time from different parts of the globe, all focused on providing only the highest qualitative care to this patient.
Как ни странно, все люди, которые сюда приехали,
Strange thought it may seem, all people have been participating in this occasion for a long time, but I couldn't imagine that such a united team was possible. We understood each other so well that sometimes even single glaze was enough. That is why it doesn't take a long time to perform the operations. Anesthesiologists, surgeons, nurses, medical registers, everyone work as a whole unity like a big orchestra directed by a conductor. Everyone work, and this made an excellent symphony.
This charitable occasion takes place in the chosen city during a week. As a rule, patients can be discharged from the hospital 2 to 5 days after surgery, but everything depends on which surgery is performed and how the patient is recovering. Operated patients will be followed and examined throughout the year.
слава Богу,
Thanks God, everything went very well. All the children are feeling fine. We haven't encountered any complications, and we hope there won't be any. So I consider this event a success. We had a great professional team. We had an excellent team for surgeons, anesthesiologists, nurses, and everything went really well.
Interesting to note, the doctors, nurses, support staff, and volunteers all do this service for free, taking time off from work, often using vacation time to help out one's fellow being, often leaving the mission as a far better person inside.
Instead of doing this, I could be on a vacation, but it appears I get better rest by communicating with the professional I get to work with. It is an interesting job. We feel tired physically, but feel stronger morally after those trips. Also, I find that every time Operation Smile comes to a city, it becomes better and even more interesting. I get more satisfaction doing those trips than just regular vacation time.
The true value of Operation Smile is that the team of doctors can perform 40 to 70 operations in a week's time, whereas only one doctor, for example in Irkutsk, can only do 8 to 10 during the same amount of time. Many cities like Ulan-Ude lack qualified specialists trained to perform these type of procedures. We would like to truly thank the companies and organizations that help Operation Smile come into these different cities repeatedly and acknowledge that without their assistance and the support, thousands of children would have to suffer and be humiliated their entire lives.
на самом деле помощь, она абсолютно не важна, она совершенно необходима. То есть мы существуем.
In fact, help is not just important, it's absolutely necessary. We exist thanks to sponsors' funding. Our sponsor is Bank Group Zenit that has been supporting us for the many years. We also have other sponsors providing us with money, equipment, volunteers. For example, Ansell. We're cooperating and we're so thankful for their support. They have provided us with surgical gloves for all events this year. Volunteers work with us, professional photographers. There is no denying it. They help us so much. In fact, we have lots of sponsors, great sponsors. Being a medical worker, I don't go into details much, but I can see Ansell companies work as they are always with us.
In the past, children born with facial defects used to be slated to years and years of loneliness, ridicule, self-isolation, stress, and frustration. Now this has all changed. Gone are these fear-filled days. New days of hope, brightness now prevail. The sky's the limit, all because a few caring, sympathetic people volunteered their time.
Моя мечта это
Operation Smile is involved in 60 countries. I have only worked in one of them, Russia. But my dream is to visit and work at all the remaining 59 and inspire to that.
The days of sadness and shame will soon turn into ones of happiness and joy. The parents and patients will forever remember and be thankful for all the work and support that changed their lives. This all could not have been made possible without the help of the doctors and organizers of Operation Smile.